Good morning and welcome to the Introduction to English Speech Sounds under Modern English Structure paper, and we are in the discussion of the vowel sounds in English. English language has got 20 pure vowels and 24 consonants. Of the 20 vowels list, we have 12 monophthongs or the pure vowels and 8 diphthongs. Of the 12 monophthongs, depending upon the part of the tongue that is used for the production of the sound, they can be categorized into the front vowels, if the front part of the tongue is used for the production of the sounds, the central vowels, if the central part of the tongue is used for the production of the sounds, and the back vowels, if the back part of the tongue is used for the production of the sounds. There are 4 front vowels in English, 5 back vowels in English, and in this class, we shall be talking about the central vowels in English. The central part of the tongue is used for the articulation of these vowels, and hence the sounds are called as the central vowels. There are 3 central vowels in English. They are and a. All the 3 sounds are quite easier for us because Sanskrit derived Indian languages have got 2 important sounds correlating to them. The very first 2 sounds like and So the first sound correlates with the sound as in ananasata. And the sound correlates with sound of Marathi. Whereas the third sound is quite unique for the English language, which is represented by the inverted E. And this is what is called as the weak vowel or schwa in English. Wherever the syllable is not stressed, the stronger vowel is always replaced by this weak vowel or schwa in English language. As we go to the examples, we shall understand this phenomena in a better way. Let's go down to the discussion of these central vowels. The very first central vowel is a and is represented by the phoneme which is written as the inverted V. V in fact or V in fact is a consonantal sound. V is a consonantal letter, but in phonetic transcription for representing the phoneme the V letter is written upside down. And this is pronounced as a. That's right, as in C-U-T, cut. During the articulation of this sound, the central part of the tongue is raised to a position which is just below the half open. The lips are neutral when the sound is pronounced. As you could see in the diagram that is given below in the extreme right hand corner, the dot is kept just below the half open position and the central part it is shown. And hence, as in cut has got the 3-term label as central, unrounded vowel between half open and open. Or you could say central, unrounded vowel just below the half open position. In English, distribution-wise, it occurs in the initial and medial positions of the words. As you find in the example, up, word initial position, and cut, word medial position. This sound doesn't occur in the word final position. Let us look at some examples as practice for this sound. S-P-O-N-G-E, sponge, sponge. B-U-T-T-E-R, butter. T-U-G, tug. D-U-L-L, dull. C-O-M-E, come. G-U-N, gun. C-H-U-C-K-L-E, chuckle. Chuckle is to laugh loudly. J-U-D-G-E, judge. M-O-N-E-Y, money. N-O-T-H-I-N-G, nothing. L-U-C-K, luck. T-R-O-U-B-L-E, trouble. Trouble. F-U-S-S, fuss. V-U-L-T-U-R-E, vulture. Vulture. T-H-U-M-B, thumb. T-H-U-S, thus. S-U-C-H, such. result, result. shut, shut. hurry, hurry. And young, young. Very good. Practice the words again for a greater understanding of the sound. Let's move down to the next vowel. This is written as a 3 and 2 dots. The diacritic marks or the dots that are kept after the phoneme represents that the sound is to be pronounced for a greater length of time. So it is pronounced as Don't open your lips wide. Don't open your mouth wide. Just open your jaws and say for a longer time. That's good. As in EARN, earn. Very good. During the articulation of the second central sound, the central part of the tongue is raised to a position which is between half closed and half open. The lips are neutral and so the sound is unrounded. If you look at the diagram that is given below in the right hand corner, you could find that the central part of the tongue is used and is placed exactly between the half open and the half closed position. During the pronunciation of this sound, the lips are unrounded and hence as in earn has got the three-term label as central unrounded vowel between half open and half closed position. It's a longer one, pronounced for a longer length of time. Distribution-wise, the sound occurs in all the three positions of the words in English. It occurs in the initial position as you find in EARTH, earth. R sound is never pronounced after the vowel sounds, so it is earth. Medial position as in BURN, burn. Final position as in FUR, fur. The final R sound in the words in English is never pronounced. So it is not fur, it is fur. That's good. Let's practice some examples for this. PEARL, pearl. BIRD, bird. TURN, turn. DEARTH, dearth. COLONEL, kernel. Kernel. That's right. GIRL, girl. CHURCH, church. GERM, germ. MYRRH, mer is to be happy. Mer. NURSE, nurse. LEARN, learn. FIR or FUR, fur. VERSE, poetry. VERSE, verse. THIRST, first. SIR, sir. DESERVE, deserve. SHIRT, shirt. HURT, hurt. YEARN, yearn. Y is always pronounced as year and the representation of year in phonemes is like this. Yearn. WORK, work. Work. TURN, turn. Very good. Practice the words again for a greater understanding of the sound. The third central vowel that we have is A, represented by inverted E letter. This is very important in English because this sound occurs to a maximum extent among most of the words in English and is to be pronounced with a greater precision and for a shorter length of time because it occurs in the weak vowels in English. It's also called as schwa, as is said by Daniel Jones. As in FATHER, father. It's not the first vowel sound. As we all know, the first vowel sound is the back vowel. But the last sound that comes after the with which the word ends. So FATHER is pronounced as father. The and with which we end the letter. This is the sound under discussion. During the articulation of this vowel, the central part of the tongue is raised to a position which is between half closed and half open, as we could find in the previous sound. The lips are neutral while the sound is pronounced and hence unrounded. If you look at the diagram that is given below in the extreme right hand corner, you could find that the sound is pronounced when the central part of the tongue is raised between half closed and half open with the unrounded lips and is pronounced for a shorter line. The previous sound was pronounced for a longer length. That's the difference between both the sounds. If you pronounce it for a longer time, it becomes a stronger vowel, which is and if you pronounce it for a shorter time, it becomes the weak vowel and the vowel under discussion. So the three-term label for the description of this sound is as in father, is a central unrounded vowel between half close and half position, occurring in all the three word initial, word final and the word medial positions in English language. As you could find in the examples, A-B-O-U-T, about. The word begins with this sound, about. That's right. The medial position example, P-U-R-P-O-S-E, purpose, the second sound. Per, the long vowel is used, pus, the short vowel is used. Do you understand the difference? Purpose. The final position is M-A-S-T-E-R. Wherever the words end with E-R, A-R and O-R in English, the word final R sound is never pronounced and they end with this sound. Master. The second vowel that is used in the word. Master. That's right. Let's do some examples as practice. A-R-I-S-E. Arise. The first one. A-B-O-U-T. Word initial. About. A-L-O-N-G. Along. A-M-O-N-G. Among. A-B-O-R-T. Abort. A-T-T-A-C-K. Attack. A-C-R-O-S-S, across. In all these words, you find the sound occurring in the word initial position. C-L-E-R-I-C-A-L-L-Y, clerically, clerically, the last but one vowel sound that is used is our example. M-E-T-H-O-D-I-C-A-L-L-Y, methodically, methodically, the last but one sound after k is the sound under discussion. D-O-C-T-O-R, doctor, the last sound. N-A-T-U-R-E, nature, the last sound. P-O-L-I-T-I-C-A-L, political, political, political. The first vowel that is used is the weak vowel. A-M-E-R-I-C-A, America. See how many times this sound is used. America. This is a very good example of, this word is a very good example of understanding the vowel under discussion. America. G-O-R-I-L-L-A. Gorilla. Gorilla. Two times the same sound is present in the word. P-A-R-L-O-R. Parlor. The last sound. B-O-T-H-E-R. Bother. The last sound. T-E-A-C-H-E-R. Teacher. The last sound. D-I-S-T-U-R-B-E-R. Disturber. The last sound. C-O-M-E-T. Comet. Comet. G-A-R-D-E-N-E-R. Gardener. The last sound. And B-U-T-T-E-R. Butter. Butter. The last sound. As we proceed further with many more examples of English, we would find that this sound is the maximum occurring sound among all the other sounds. Because wherever you have the unstressed syllable, the stronger vowel is always replaced by this weak vowel. So, students, we finished with the discussion of all the English monophthongs. We did with the discussion of 12 English sounds. The following diagram is called as the vowel diagram, showing the positions of all the 12 monophthongs. Let's revise them. I hope you remember this diagram with front, central and back, close, half open and open, which is typically called as the vowel diagram in English. The very first, let us start with the extreme left corner. E as in eat is front, close, unrounded, long vowel. Do you remember? Similarly, let us tell all the three term labels for the sounds that are there in the diagram. The second sound is E, as in sit, is centralized front just above the half closed position, unrounded vowel. A, as in get, is front between half closed and half open, unrounded vowel. A, open your mouth wide. A, as in apple, is front, open, unrounded vowel. Going to the back vowels, ah, open your mouth. Ah, as in car, is back, open, unrounded, long vowel. Oh, slightly round your lips. Oh, as in pot, is back, open, rounded, short vowel. Oh, back, between half closed and half open, rounded, long vowel. That's right. O is centralized back just above the half closed position. O as in put. Oo as in shoes is back, close, rounded, long vowel. That's good. Coming to the central vowels, we have as in cut, as central between half open and open, unrounded vowel. Is central, unrounded vowel between half closed and half open, long vowel, as in earth, girl, etc. The last monophthong is as in about. The initial position vowel, about, is central between half closed and half open, unrounded, short vowel and weak vowel. I hope you have revised all the 12 monophthongs. Happy learning the vowels. Thank you very much for joining me in the discussion of the central vowels. Keep learning and keep practicing. Bye for now.